Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Fine Cider Friday. Bit cloudy today, little whisper of rain in the air, so this might be brief. But this week I thought I would add a little something different and explore kind of the merits of the method of the cider that I'm drinking. So this is people call it Pét Nat, but I think French spelling it's Pétillant Naturel. So it should be Pét Nat maybe? I don't know, anyway. So that means that there's been bottled before the primary fermentation is finished. So you're allowing the cider to undergo and finish the primary fermentation in the bottle. So it's quite an art and a skill to get the measurements right to make sure you don't have too much carbonation, too much pressure building up, because your bottle will go bang, but just enough to give it a lot of fizz too. Different to the champagne method obviously, because you ferment your cider till it's dry and then you bottle it still and then add some extra yeast and sugar to get a secondary fermentation to get the bubbles. So this has captured the primary fermentation, and I think, to me, I've tried quite a lot of Pét Nats, and there's a lot of Pét Nat ciders about this year. I don't think you can call it the new craze, because actually it's a method that's been around in winemaking for many years. In France, it's actually also called the ancestral method, so that gives you an idea of how old it is. So it's a really ancient process. But for me, what I think is it gives an added extra to the champagne method. With champagne ciders, champagne-made ciders, you get a clean, crisp finish usually because of the type of yeast they use. Bottling Pét Nat allows you to kind of capture some of the character, I think, a bit more. Because the lees are in the bottle, you get some aging with it as well, and I really like it. So tonight I've got Starvecrow's Pét Nat. Starvecrow are based in Sussex, and they're part of Cider Wines, so winemakers, the guys know what they're doing down there. I haven't had the pleasure of meeting them unfortunately yet, but hope to sometime soon. But this is made from eating and dessert apple varieties. So there's Bramley, there's Braeburn, and I'm expecting some nice crisp acidity. I love the warning on the back. I don't know if you can see this. Sometimes Pét Nat ciders can be a little bit volatile, so they're telling you to chill it and open it slowly, which I did, just to be safe. And I don't think chilling's much of a problem when you've got a cider made with lots of eating apples and the acid. But with ciders high in tannin, like West Country cider apples, chilling it too much can overshadow the taste or not allow those phenolics from the tannins to come out so much. But for this one, I think we'll be all right. So let's have a look at it. So you can see in the glass, there's a bit of condensation there because it's cold, sorry. It's slightly hazy, which you get a lot with this method because of the fermentation being done in the bottle. Kind of pale straw. Really light gold maybe, loads of bubbles. It didn't explode or anything. It was a nice amount when I poured it. Dissipated quite quickly. Let's have a sniff. Hit my nose really bad. So it smells really fresh. Lots of green apple. When I first opened it, there was like a whisper of smokiness or woodiness. That seems to have gone now since I've been talking. Yeah, it smells like freshly cut grass, really fresh. I don't know what vintage this is, it doesn't say on the bottle, but it smells really young, really youthful. So let's have a taste. That's really moussey in the mouth, got a good feel to it. Those bubbles really complement it lovely. When I first opened it before the video, it was quite powerful, the acidity. I think that's actually mellowed a little bit for me over the past 10-15 minutes or so. It's got a good amount of crispness, freshness. Let me have another sip. Yeah, it's just really zingy. It's something that you could quite happily drink on a really nice sunny day, refreshing, palate cleansing, really crisp. It's a good blend of apples. Too much Bramley, I think you'd get too much sharpness. Those eating varieties like the Braeburn, and there's some golden in there, some Jonah Gold, they're adding like a fruitiness to it, which is really pleasant. Yeah, I think that's a great example of the Pét Nat style. I think it's complemented those apples lovely. And yeah, tell me what you think about this method and whether you've tried any great ones. And yeah, cheers to the weekend.